Hi, my name's Tim Oates. I'm Group Director of Assessment, Research and Development at Cambridge Assessment. And I'm really pleased to be involved in the launch of the consultation on the Natural History GCSE. We've done a lot of work so far. We've worked on aims, the assessment model, the kind of scope and content of the qualification, and how it fits into things like the national curriculum and performance measures. But the fact that we've done a great deal of work doesn't mean that it's a foregone conclusion. We really want to consult on the scope and aims of the qualification. And we need your feedback on who will teach, just what the qualification will contain, and how it fits overall into education. My involvement started when Mary Cole invited me to give her some support as to how to develop the GCSE itself in detail. I mean, many years ago she thought of the importance of having a qualification available on the stocks as a culmination of study up to 16 of natural history in the context of our schools in England. And in talking about a GCSE, it's not that it just suddenly appears in Key Stage 4. The National Association of Environmental Education has done brilliant work so far on tracing how engagement with the natural world actually does run through the existing national curriculum, the national curriculum implemented in 2014. In Key Stage 1, 2 and 3, and then into 4, there are strands of engagement, of observation and interaction with whole organisms in their context, and that really is the focus of natural history. We've thought about progression into GCSE from the national curriculum, and we also talked to universities about progression from Key Stage 4 into A-level and then into higher education. It's very interesting that many people in higher education have said, well, actually, higher education in biology and related disciplines has kind of moved away from the strong tradition of natural history that we've had in England, the amateur and professional tradition of engagement with the natural world, classifying organisms, understanding them, looking at the pressures that they have in their contexts. So I think we're filling a gap, a very, very important gap in the framework of qualifications and education that we have in this country. And that's what we want to really explore in the consultation, to get as many views as possible to make sure this is a really robust qualification, that it fulfills a real need and fits properly into the totality of what we have in this country. We've spoken in the press and in other contexts about what does having a GCSE actually achieve. It's not the whole solution to the kind of challenges that we face in re-engaging young people with nature. It doesn't provide, as Mary has said, a silver bullet in relationship to all the concerns we have about degradation in the natural world and re-engaging with it. But it's a vital part of the jigsaw of complex responses that we need right the way across the piece in terms of our society, our education system and our culture. What we hope the GCSE will provide is something really quite unique. It'll sit alongside other qualifications, and we've looked very carefully at the overlap between other qualifications, typically biology and geography. It will make a unique contribution, focusing on field study, practical work, really engaging with the study of whole organisms in context, looking at the governance and history of our relationship with the natural world, and including the representation of the natural world in art, music and literature. It really is exciting, and I think we will really experience some real enthusiasm for the qualification, and that's what we've had so far. Whenever we've talked people through what we're doing and what we're intending, people have been really excited. I've been astonished by the incredibly positive reaction from people who say, I wish I could have studied that when I was at school, through to young people expressing real enthusiasm for it. Well, the consultation is an opportunity for people to have a voice and to make sure that the things that they have as priorities are reflected in what we put in place. Thank you.